Hey, what's up, guys? Kato's Kennel coming at you the night after WrestleMania with my WrestleMania 34 recap. First of all, I'm sorry it's coming up a little bit late. It's about 11:30 a.m. my time. Um, After the event, I pretty much passed out last night. But overall, I gotta say, WrestleMania definitely exceeded expectations. I thought it was a really good show. A couple surprises, actually, quite a few surprises on the show. Um, Impromptu match, a 10-year-old one half of the tag team champions now. But I'm gonna get into all that here. We're gonna start with the pre-show. Fifth annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. I'm gonna kind of freehand this. I don't have anything written down. Woken Matt Hardy won the match. Kind of a surprise. Not so much surprised to see Bray. I did pick Bray Wyatt to win the thing, which I was really happy when I first saw him, and then once I saw him help Matt win, I was a little disappointed. But um, nothing wrong with that. I mentioned in my prediction video, I feel that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner deserves something more than a trophy and bragging rights. Because I mean, you look at all the past winners, and really, what have they done? They haven't done anything. Um, but I'm interested to see where this newfound alliance goes with Matt and Bray, and really how Jeff's going to figure into all this. I know Jeff got popped for DUI or some shit last month or a couple months ago or whatever. Um, so again, just really interested to see where they go with Jeff Hardy now that this Matt and Bray alliance has been formed. Um, Cruiserweight Championship final. Cedric Alexander did in fact defeat Mustafa Ali with a lumbar check. Um, Good match, solid match. I actually got that one right. I love the. You could tell those two were so happy and so proud to be on that stage. I really wish it would have been on the main show because I think it deserved to be on the main show. But I have no problem with Cedric Alexander. I think I said in my prediction video. I feel Cedric was coined from the beginning. I think he was scheduled to take the belt off of Enzo at the Royal Rumble back when they initially had that match set. And then no shock on that whatsoever with Enzo winning that, or excuse me, with Cedric Alexander winning that. Props to Mustafa Ali. He put on a great showing. Fortunately, just came up a little bit short. But um, the women's battle royal, I personally think was a huge letdown. I thought it sucked. We did have the moment there, Sasha and Bailey. Kind of thought those were the last two. And Bailey just flat out eliminated Sasha, just launched her over the top rope, boom, done deal. Naomi happened to go under the bottom rope earlier in the match, and Naomi eliminates Bailey, and there you go. Naomi is your inaugural women's WrestleMania Battle Royal champion or trophy winner or whatever. Trophy looks god awful. Almost looks like a fucking fallopian tube. But yeah, I don't. I'm not really going to waste a lot of breath on that because like I said, just very underwhelming in my opinion. It was great to see some of the NXT girls, Cyrie Kane, um, what the hell's her name? Bianca Belair was in there. Um, it's always great to see young talent shine like that, and I mean, I have no doubt in my mind those girls see big things from those girls down the road. But I said, just overall, women's battle royal very very underwhelming, very very underwhelming. Main show kicks off with the Triple Threat Intercontinental Championship match. The Miz, I don't know what the hell the Miz was wearing, but it looked god awful. Um, he took on Seth Rollins, who had a really awesome entrance. He had his almost looked like Sub Zero from Mortal Kombat. That was really cool. Just like the way his eyes were like a deep blue, and Finn Balor, I thought was actually thought it would really be cool if he came out as the Demon, but he didn't. He just came out as just plain old Jane Finn Balor. Um, but Rollins picks up the win. I didn't see the finish. I don't know. I don't know if he pinned the Miz or if he pinned Balor. I was in the other room when the finish came, but I know Rollins hit the blackout and got the pin. So Seth Rollins is your newest addition into the Grand Slam. He's the newest Grand Slam winner by winning the Intercontinental belt. Um, he's previous world champion, United States champion, tag team champion, and now U.S. or excuse me, now Intercontinental. So good for Seth. I picked Seth to win. Um, so first four matches, I'm 2-2 on picks. But like I said, overall, it was a good match. A lot of like I said, I didn't see a lot of it because again I was in the other room. But happy to see Seth win. I've been a fan of Seth Rollins since his early days when he was Tyler Black in Ring of Honor and all that. So great to see Seth back on top of a mountain per se. Next matchup, kind of a shocker, and I got this one completely wrong on every level. SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair ends the streak, ends Asuka's 900 plus day run undefeated. Made her submit to the figure eight. I was impressed. The match it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but just the shock value that Charlotte actually made Asuka tap out, and I really love at the end that after the win, Asuka grabs the microphone and she looks at Charlotte and she says, you were ready for Asuka, and she congratulated her and then and gave her a hug. It was a warm fuzzy feeling type thing because I mean, you go that long undefeated. I mean, you'd think you'd be pissed and bitter, but I think Asuka handled it with a lot of class. Congratulated her. And this is not the end for Asuka, not by any means necessary. And in my predictions video, I actually thought Carmella would come in, try to cash in. Saw Carmella on the pre-show, but nothing. She was actually the first one eliminated in the women's battle royal. That was actually funny, but no cash in, no, not even an attempt at one here. So congratulations to Charlotte, hell of a win. And now we'll see what happens with Charlotte and where she goes. Next match, I'm kind of just going off the top of my head. I know we had the U.S. title. Jinder Mahal is the new U.S. champion. He won the Fatal 4-Way match. Not a surprise there. Again, I coined in my predictions video that Jinder hasn't done jack shit since he lost the WWE title to AJ last year. It didn't really make a lot of sense for Randy to win it, or to retain it, rather. So, not a whole lot. He pinned Rusev to take the fall, hit him with a Colossus, and pinned him. 1, 2, 3. What else we got? I know I'm missing a shit ton of matches here. I know we had, I'll tell you, match of the night. Match of the night. Actually, before I even get into that, there was the triple threat tag match for the SmackDown tag team titles. Usos versus New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Bludgeon Brothers did in fact go over, and pretty decisively. In fact, Usos didn't seem like they were in it very much. Luke Harper hits a sit down power bomb off the second or top rope, hits Kofi Kingston with that, gets the pin. So now I mean the tag team titles are now with the Bludgeon Brothers, and I mean. Corey Graves or somebody was like, "Oh, who's gonna stop them?" Blah blah blah. They're unbeatable. Blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. I don't know how long the Bludgeon Brothers are gonna hold the belts, but it was good to see them. About time they do something with Harper and Rowan. They both had a singles run after the Wyatt family disbanded. Rowan didn't do jack shit. Harper would go on to win the Intercontinental title a few years ago, but. It's good to see them back together, back on top. I think their gimmick's a little stupid, but it's obviously working because now they are holding tag team gold. So kudos for them. Match of the night, as I was just about before the triple threat match, the match of the night was the mixed tag. Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey defeated the Authority, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and actually a very good match. I was very surprised. I thought this would stink up the joint. I thought this match was going to just fall face first on the ground. These guys, they let him go for about a good 20, 25 minutes. And I'll tell you, Ronda impressed me. I will say, if I ever doubted Ronda Rousey, I apologize. Because let me tell you something. She held her own in that ring. She sold pretty well. Stephanie, a number of cheap shots on her. Kurt Angle went to go for a tag, and Stephanie ran around and grabbed her leg, and she fell face first on the apron. Sold that really well. And the finish came at the Ronda Rousey put Stephanie in an arm lock or arm bar rather, and tapped her out. They one of the announcers was talking about, oh, I think she broke Stephanie's arm, which so it'd be interesting to see tonight on Raw if she has like something like sporting that her arm is injured, but it looked kind of sick the way she pulled back on it, and I mean Stephanie tapped out almost instantaneously when Ronda locked that in. So really good to see Ronda do as well as she did. I'm not sure. I think this feud's going to continue. I don't look for Kurt Angle to be the general manager very much longer because, I mean, I think Stephanie's going to spite both Rousey and Angle and just basically shit can Kurt, or Triple H is going to do it. I don't know. But overall, very surprising match. Bad connection. What the hell? There it goes. Says I'm still live, so we're good. What else we got? I know we did get the confrontation. Actually, we did get a match. John Cena was informed by a stagehand that he was here, and obviously that he was the Undertaker. So Cena books it to the back, and he comes out or whatnot, and he has a referee with him, and Cena goes to leave, because Taker's not coming. He's like, despite he's here, he's not coming. Of course, the lights go out, and the fans shit their pants, and all of a sudden you hear the strum of a guitar, and it's Elias coming out, and he kind of, Elias banters and all that, and he's playing his guitar and whatnot, and starts running down Cena. Cena goes back like he's going to go sit down in his, in a seat or whatever. And Elias starts running his mouth, and basically, Cena dispatches him, and he gets about 3/4 of the way up the ramp again, and the lights go out again, and you hear the gong, and you see a spotlight in the ring that shows the Undertaker's coat and his hat, the way he left him at the end of last year's WrestleMania 33. And of course, Cena's looking at that. He's all wide-eyed and he looks shocked and all that. And then a lightning bolt comes down, hits the coat and the hat. And then eventually, the light comes back on or whatever, it's not there. And then the Undertaker's music starts playing and the crowd loses their shit. And Undertaker comes up through the floor. And Undertaker looked really good. He probably better than I've seen him since before WrestleMania 30 when he got beat by Brock. He looked really good. He dispatched Cena in about 3 minutes, less than that, probably about 2.5 minutes. Cena got one move of offense in. He hit a belly to back suplex on the Undertaker. Went to do the 5-knuckle shuffle. And as soon as he ran to the ropes, Undertaker sat up. Cena bounces off the ropes, about falls on his face. Taker hits a choke slam, tombstone, boom, 1, 2, 3. So it's interesting to see now. As good as Undertaker looked, where does this lead him? Is he going to compete at WrestleMania 35? He didn't allude to the fact he was retiring or anything. He didn't leave his shit in the floor or on the floor, or in the ring rather. So it kind of makes you wonder what's next for the Undertaker. I mean, retirement obviously is not what's going to happen, obviously. So that, yeah. Overall, very cool segment. I liked it. I enjoyed it very much. What else do we got? The other general manager tag match, Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon did in fact go over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kind of a surprise. I thought a heel turn was gonna happen. Shane sold the injuries very well that he had from when Owens and Zayn attacked him a couple weeks prior. From what I've read, I mean, Shane legitimately has an umbilical hernia. And if that's the case, I mean, Shane's going to need to take some time off to get that repaired. And, it makes sense for Daniel to be there and he's going to be the authority figure on SmackDown, at least for a little while longer. My question is now, how are they going to write him off? because obviously, now he's cleared for active competition. He's not going to stay on as general manager. It's going to come down to they're going to do something to write Daniel off as SmackDown general manager. And I mentioned in my predictions video, I'm already banking on Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble next year, and Daniel Bryan's going to have a title shot next year at WrestleMania. Um, don't know who it's going to be against, obviously, but that's definitely what I think is going to end up happening. But I mean, the match was decent. It went on, for me. It went a little long. I think it was about a good. I think it was about 15 minutes or so, little under 15 minutes. Um, Bryan, he got hit with a pop-up powerbomb on the apron. They teased the whole bringing the stretcher out, and basically leaving it as Shane versus the Owens and Zayn. But Bryan eventually got in, got the hot tag, and then he made Sami submit to the yes lock. That was the finish of the match. So, like I said, not a terrible match, but just a little bit long for my liking. I just feel they could have done a little bit better with that. Let's see what else. The women's championship, Raw Women's Championship, changed hands. Nia Jax did in fact defeat Alexa Bliss. Pretty cool finish. She had a Samoan drop off the second rope. That looked really cool. Excuse me. She pretty much Nia laid out Mickey right from the onset before the bell even rang, and Alexa did a little bit of offense and not much, but match ended around a little over 10 minutes long. Of course, Nia gets the pin. She starts crying. She overcame the obstacle. She overcame the bully that was Alexa Bliss, and just a feel good moment for Nia. I'm very, very, very happy for Nia Jax. Could not be happier for her. She definitely deserved the moment. She deserves the title. I've been a fan of Nia since her NXT days, so to see her come full circle is very, very good to see. And hope she keeps the belt for a few months. I don't know how long her reign's going to last, but it's good to see the belt off Alexa Bliss, although I do love Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, I think, is one of the best female heels they have in the company right now. And, we'll see what happens tonight on Raw, whether she comes out and invokes a rematch clause or bitches and whines or whatever the case may be. But yeah, very, very happy for Nia. So, yeah, Nia Jax, congratulations on that. We had another. I don't want to say a letdown match, but the WWE Championship match, AJ Styles against Shinsuke Nakamura, a little bit of a letdown. Not the 5-star classic I thought it would be. These guys went a good 20, 25 minutes or so. AJ retained the title. Actually countered the. I think Shinsuke was going for the Kinhasha or whatever the hell that running knee is called. And AJ basically rolled with Shinsuke's momentum. AJ caught him in the I thought it was going to be a calf crusher, but he rolled into the Styles Clash, hit it picture perfect right in the center of the ring. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles still WWE champion, but it wasn't done. Shinsuke goes out and he and AJ embrace and hug, and I thought to myself something was up with it, because you're not going to have 2 feel good moments in one WrestleMania. Shinsuke gets the belt and he gets down on one knee and he presents the belt to AJ, which and of course they embrace again, and then out of nowhere, bam! Shinsuke hits AJ with a low blow, turns heel for the first time in his WWE career, and he leaves AJ laying. He kicks him a bunch of times, kicks him on the outside of the ring, goes over there, starts stomping on him a little bit. Shinsuke hits his finisher before he leaves, and he leaves to a chorus of boos. So I liked it. I think it's going to continue. The next pay-per-view is Backlash coming up on May 6th. I think we're going to have a rematch. We're going to have Shinsuke versus AJ for the WWE Championship. I hope it's a little bit better. Just a very underwhelming match. It was okay, but I think it could have been a lot better. But I like the heel turn. I really do. I think it was you didn't see it coming, but and those are the best ones in my opinion. When you don't see a heel turn coming, that's the best one. That's the best ones you want to watch out for. Um, yeah, just absolutely good. I enjoyed that. That's probably the only thing I really enjoyed in that match. Honestly, I nothing against AJ, nothing against Shinsuke. I love both of them. I think they're both great wrestlers. Just didn't measure up to expectations in my opinion. So interesting to see where they're going to go, how they're going to continue that feud. But Shinsuke turning heel, in my opinion, is a big part in that feud going forward. So um, we we had the Raw tag team titles. The Bar versus almost said versus Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman and the mystery partner. Strowman comes out and the Bar had come out with a Mardi Gras float in a parade and a bunch of people in costume and whatnot. Strowman comes out, chases away the Mardi Gras people in the costumes or whatnot, pushes the Mardi Gras float off the stage completely, and he comes to the ring and he tells the crowd that he knows that everybody wants to know who Braun's partner is going to be, especially the Bar, and he says that his partner is no one in the back. It's going to be somebody in the audience, and of course the Bar is looking at him all bewildered, like what the hell. So Braun leaves the ring and he starts scouring the arena, the floor, for his tag team partner. And as he scours the floor, he comes across a 10-year-old kid named Nicholas. Nicholas is Braun's partner. Takes him to the ring. He actually tags in Nicholas once. Nicholas doesn't do anything. He immediately tags in Braun. And Braun hits Cesaro with a power slam, pins him. We got new tag team champions, Braun Strowman and his 10-year-old mystery partner, Nicholas. It was later revealed actually Nicholas was, is referee John Cone. It's his son, allegedly. And John Cone was actually refereeing the tag match, so that was kind of funny. But it's going to be interesting to see what are they going to do with the tag team titles now. Are they going to really let Braun and a 10-year-old kid defend this 10-year-old kid is going to go to school today with one half of the Raw Tag Team Championships. Yeah, hey, where'd you get that, Nicholas? I won my first WrestleMania match. But it's good to see they push Nicholas. It's really good that he finally got his big break. But no, that was actually funny as hell. I really like that. The fact that it was a 10-year-old kid. I mean, now it's in the record books that a 10-year-old kid won a match at WrestleMania. Pretty crazy. I'm just kind of looking over the WrestleMania, but I feel like I'm forgetting a match other than Brock and Roman, which I'm going to discuss here momentarily, but I don't think I am. But in any event, main event, a big shocker. Universal Champion Brock Lesnar pinned Roman Reigns. That's right. Brock Lesnar pinned Roman Reigns to retain the Universal Championship. This match saw some color. Roman got busted open pretty good toward the end. Brock, of course, hit numerous suplexes like he does in every match he's in. He hit, I lost count of it, between German suplexes, belly-to-belly suplexes. Some bitch hit 4 F5s. 4 F5s. 4. Actually, it might have been 5, because I think one of the F5s he hit outside the ring through the announce table. So it might have been 5. But Brock pinned him after an F5. Roman Reigns hit about 4 Superman punches and like 3 spears. Apparently these guys took their can't be beat with a finisher juice or whatever. And so it's interesting where, the way they made it sound and the way they made it, the build up was that Roman was going to walk out of WrestleMania with the Universal Championship. So now, what happens? I mean, does Brock defend it against Roman again at Backlash? I hope not. I mean, this was Roman's chance, and Roman lost. Roman needs to go away. We need to have a new number one contender to face Brock. And now, these rumors about Brock going back to UFC, where does that stand now? Obviously, Vince isn't going to let Brock take his belt to the UFC. So, going to be interesting to see where they go with this and what they do from there. But overall, WrestleMania, I think it exceeded expectations. It really did. I think it was definitely better than WrestleMania 32. Possibly better than last year's, maybe. I'll let you guys feel free to let me know what you thought in the comment section. But yeah, I thought overall very good WrestleMania. I a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Actually, I fell asleep through most of it in the first showing, and actually I woke up and I caught the encore presentation right after the first showing. I think I fell asleep during the beginning of the Charlotte Alexa match, and then I woke up and I pretty much watched WrestleMania from Charlotte and Asuka through to the rest or whatever. And just wanted to kind of come up and give my thoughts on the event. Like I said, overall, very, very pleased. Anxious to watch Monday Night Raw tonight, see what they do, what's going to happen. The night after WrestleMania is always unpredictable as far as what happens. So I'm thinking about I might even, I don't know, I want to do a live reaction, like just going to be up, have my phone up, watch Raw, have people join. I have seen people coming in and out and watching this, so I mean, I appreciate that, guys, and all that. So, like I said, let me know in the comment section, what did you think of WrestleMania 34, and what do you think is going to happen going forward? That's the key thing. So, we'll definitely see what happens on Raw tonight. I will be up watching it. If I can get my phone fully charged, I might even just do just go live and watch Raw with you guys. So we'll see how that goes. So, but thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later tonight. So till then, guys, take care.